Hi guys, welcome to the next model. And as usual, I would like you to pay close attention to what we're going to be doing. Okay, so just stay with me as we continue the process. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I want to appreciate you all for staying with me this far, and I believe you are excited to actually create your very first visible and attractive web page. Okay, so in this model, we're going to be creating this web page with the information we've learned in the previous modules. Okay, it has been a hell of a journey so far, and I want to believe that the amount of time you've invested in learning will not go to waste. So quickly, let's just go straight to what we have for today. So I will be showing you the website we'll be creating today. Okay, so I would upload the resources for you in the drive, so you'll be able to download whatever you need to create it. Okay, I already put it off in a folder called projects. Okay, so this is what we'll be creating. Okay, let me hide this. Okay, so guys, this is what we're going to be creating. Okay, this is a web page for a sound engineering company. Okay, we're going to duplicate this. Do you feel excited? So it's just very basic, understand, but it will cover a lot, like a whole lot. It will definitely cover a lot. So we'll be doing this. Okay, okay, some things are supposed to be loading here. I don't know. Okay, my network is not connected. Okay, just give me a little time to connect this up. Okay, I would have to connect this up. Okay, just give me time. Alright guys, so we have a backup. So this is now showing. I wanted this icons to be showing. So it usually works with your network connection. So we have it live showing. So let me just hide this back. So guys, like I said, we're replicating this page. Okay, if you're feeling excited, drop your comments down below. Okay, let's see what's up. So if you look at this web page now, you'll see different things that we learned. Okay, we learned how to create tests, we learned how to import images, and what you're going to be learning here is how to put all these things together, how to structure it properly, and how to use CSS to do the arrangement. Okay, so we're going to do this, and by the time we're done creating this, I would give you an assignment. Okay, because you're going to build upon what we already have. What are you going to do? You're going to create more pages, but for this project I will create this page with you. The next page will be created by you. You'll create the sign up form, you create the contact us form, or rather I think we have to change this. Okay, I'll change this to sign up while I change this to login. So what you're going to do is you create the sign up and you create the login form, and then one other page, so that this thing can pages. Okay, so let's go straight to the point on what we need to do. So first of all, I want to believe you already have your VS Code installed. Okay, and what I want you to do now is to do what? Check for the resources folder and download the resources. For this particular project, we'll be using um, we'll be having a page called index.html, and should have an image folder that has two images in it, the background image and the logo, and we'll also have the font awesome folder. Now this folder will house all our fonts. Okay, so I'll send you a link to download it, and then we'll have a CSS folder. Alright guys, so just download all these things from the resource folder I sent. Okay, you have all of it there. So let's start by creating it. So I'll pick all my resources from this project folder. You just follow me and then do exactly what I am doing. So first of all, let's create a new folder. So I'll call this my project. You can call it whatever you want, the folder. So I'll call it my project. So inside of it, I will create another folder, call that CSS, create another folder, call that image, to house all our images. Then I'll just have to copy the font awesome folder because it has everything. Just copy it and paste. Okay, so let's wait for that to work. So we're trying to copy the font awesome folder. Okay, so you see the Facebook icon, the Instagram icon, and the WhatsApp icon on that page. This one here, the three of it, it's in the font awesome folder. Okay, so we are trying to use their font, so it means you can use whatever font you want. I'll show you how that works in real time. Okay, so let's just wait for this to upload while we come back for it. Just give it a little time to finish up the whole process involved. So we have the folder copied out, and as you can see, it has all the resources we need for it. So I'll show you later how to use this. So what else do we need? Okay, let me close this and I'll open this project folder with VS Code. So open with code. Okay, so we have this open with VS Code. So let me just expand this. So now that we have our file opened, our folder opened in VS Code, I'll have to create my first file. And remember how we create files in VS Code? I told you the only way your browser can recognize that this particular file is a HTML file is to create a file and save it as whatever the name is .html. Okay, so I'll just have to save this as index.html. So we have our first HTML file created, right? So let me load that up so you can see that's shown on this page. So it's showing in this folder right now. So if I click on it to open up via the browser, it shows an empty page. So why is it showing this? Oops, I think I was using the other one. Okay, I opened the main one. I see it. Okay, this is the project folder. I'm supposed to open the second one. That's the brand new one we're doing. That's more project, which is this. Okay, so we have a fresh page ready to be populated. We decided. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's just go straight to the point. Alright, so first things first, we have our page and we want to fill it up. Okay, let's create our CSS file. So Control N, Control X. So let me call this style.css. Okay, and now remember this should be in CSS folder. So let me just copy it from here, or cut it rather, Control X and paste in here. Okay, so we have this inside the CSS folder, so we can have our folders and files very much organized. So we'll go straight to the point, develop. Let me open it again, open file. CSS. Alright, so we have this. So what do we do? Let's create our first web structure, that is Shift I. I believe you're already pros, you know how to do this. Okay, So I'll save this as the title of name of this company is Soundproof. They are in charge of producing awesome sounds. Let me just save it as Soundproof. Okay, so I save this, refresh. So I have this as Soundproof. This is easy. You already know how that works. So the first thing we're going to be adding, we're going to divide all this into sections. So this is what we are trying to create. Okay, so this is we're going to be looking at this to make it be like this. We're going to replicate this. So I'll come. So what's the first thing here? We have tests. Okay. First of all, let me show you what this is. This is a simple web page. Okay, what does it have? It has a navigation bar, it has some buttons, it has some icons, and it has an image. Okay, so first of all, and it has a logo too. Okay, so first of all, what can we add? Let's start by adding the background image. Okay, so we have an image. So first of all, I will section this. Let me see, section, and I'll give it an ID of header. Okay, so we have our section and we'll give it an ID of header. So you remember what an ID is? You understand, we looked at IDs and we looked at classes. Okay, so an ID used to identify a particular element, in the understand? So you can apply different styles to it from CSS as the case may be. So the first ID here I'm creating is the header ID. So that header ID will house whatever thing we're doing, to house our image, to house our navigation bar, to house our text, the buttons, the icons and everything. So now that we have this, okay, there's something we've not done yet. I would have to link my CSS to this HTML page. So we learned how to do this already. So the name of the CSS page is style.css. So it's in a root folder. It's called CSS, and the name is style.css. I'll give it a relation of style sheet. So I'll close this, so it means this is working. So you can test to see if it's working. So I'm going to CSS, open up the body tag and say give it a background color of, let's check if it's working, red, save, and okay, so it's working. So we've linked our CSS to the HTML properly and we have it working. So I'll just have to clear this. So first things first, I want to give this body a font family. Okay, so font family is something as font style. Okay, this font style now is going to be responsible for every text we put in this particular page. Sorry about that. So this font family, I want to use sans serif. Okay, sans serif. So unless otherwise, every font that comes on this page will use sans serif. By otherwise, I mean if I want to use a different font, I can specify it in that particular division. Okay, so we're using this. Okay, so we have this for this, and then the next thing I will add here. Remember we added a header ID. So now we want to make changes to that header ID. First of all, what we're going to be adding is the background image. Okay, I've shown you how to do that. So let's add a background image to this. So the name of the image is, let's check, let's verify. It's in the images folder. Take note, and the name is what? Oops, we've not added an image yet. Sorry about that. So I'll copy. Let me copy the image. It's just the two of them. Copy, and then my project image. Okay, I'll paste. So I have my images here, and the one we want to add first is background. It's called background. And what is the extension? Look at it. It's JPEG. Okay, JPG. So I'll go back to my Visual Studio Code, say background image. So to add the background image, use the background image property, and then you go with the URL side, click on it, it opens, you use your inverted commas, and then you say, okay, so what's the name of this image? This image is background, that's the name, and it's .jpeg. So what do I see? I try to find where it is. To find where it is, I just start with adding a dot sign and a /. Now you can see it has brought out your folders. Okay, if I say // it brings out the list of folders and files in that particular location. Okay, so I want to go to the image folder and I want to use the background image. So successfully I've imported the background image. So I click on save and refresh. So as I refresh now, it's not showing, so I want to give this image a property. Let me give it a height at least so it can be visible while we see if it's the correct image or not. So let's give it a height of say 100 VH. So this VH is called viewport height. Okay, so let's see how it looks first of all. Okay, what's the problem? My image is not showing. Let's see. I don't know why the image is not showing. Let's just verify. So most times if you encounter this kind of problems, what you can possibly do is to check if you're actually importing the image from the right folder directory. So we have this as image, and we know that the name of the image is background.jpg. So let's just verify. We have this as image. Check for spellings to verify. Okay, it's correct. So it means, okay, I think I know what the problem is. Let's give this a cover, background size, and give it cover. Let's save. Okay. Okay, we have this already showing. Okay, so we've given this a background size of what? Cover. Alright, so that's good. So guys, you can see our image is live here. Okay, our image is showing and everything is working perfectly well. Okay, our image is working perfectly well, and you see the size. Okay, we gave it a viewport height of 100. So if I reduce this to 50 VH and I check, see, it would reduce the size. You can see the size has reduced. So the more I increase it, the more it increases. So I'm giving it a viewport height of 100. Let's work with that for now. If there's need to increase, we'll increase. So what else do we need to add? So we successfully added our image and it's showing, right? So let's look at our page. What else do we need to add? We have an image. So right now we have a logo here too. So let's add this logo. Okay, this is another image. So all we can possibly do is go to our index file. Now it's like the first thing we're adding in this section apart from the image, and we're adding it here. So I would have to add the image, and I told you how to add an image with the image tag. Then look for the source and image slash. Okay, that's logo. So let's give it an alt, like alternate. I told you what this means already. Let's call it logo, and let's give it a width of say, let's say 400. Let's see, save. Okay. Okay, we have this and it's 400. Let's try to reduce it. Let's see, it's too big. Let's see, 120. Let's see this. Okay, I think this is good. I should really increase it a little. Let's see, does it look the same? Okay, I think it's okay. Okay, let's use this. Or let's say 130. So you see how it is trial and error to see the one that fits. I want to develop everything as it is, I don't want to do something and just show you finished product. No, I want to show you the mistakes that we make and how we can correct it. That is the way you can learn. Okay, you can possibly just do a straight video without interruption, and I just develop straight up. I put all the fixed values, but I don't want to do that. I want to make the mistakes in front of you so that you will see the kind of mistakes that we make or we encounter while developing web pages. That is the only way you can understand how this works and the possible corrections you need to take. It's very, very, very important. So what's the next thing we need to add? Okay, we'll be adding this navigation bar. This is a navigation bar. Okay, I told you what a web page is. A web page has text, pictures, graphics, and different things that makes it look attractive. Okay, so this navigation bar now helps you to be able to navigate throughout this website. So if we develop this website completely, you would have a portfolio page, an about us page, a blog page, a contact us page, a mission page, a vision page, doings page. Okay, this is a repetition, it's an error here, and then a sign up page. One of it should be login. Okay, so different pages on this website. Okay, so let's start with this one now. Let's create this particular one. So what do we have? We have home, portfolio, about, blog, contact. Okay, let's just do that. So remember how I told you what you need to do. Let me close this. Anytime you see a red you know there's problem somewhere, so I have to close the work. So the image tag is another tag that doesn't have a closing tag. It just closes it like this. So what do I need to add here again? I will have to add, what is it called, the a list. Okay, so now how does this work? Okay, so you have, let me add one other list. So I have UL. Okay, and we have a list. Sorry, we have a list. Now this list we have anchors. So that is E. So what's the first one? Home, right? It's good. I'll just have to copy this and then replicate it. I think we have like 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just confirm. So we have home, portfolio, about, blog, contact. So we have home, joins, portfolio, we have about, we have contact. What's the next one? Okay, we have mission, vision, doings. Let's just leave that one for now. Let's focus on this part first. So let's create this first one, then we'll head over to that section. Okay, so I have to clear off all these ones. So let's see. Let's see how this looks first of all. So can you see how it looks? You can see how it looks, Abby. It's not aligned. So this is how it's going to look initially. So now CSS will do the magic. We use CSS to arrange it properly and make it look sweet. Alright, so what do I do? First of all, I would have to go to CSS and I want to edit the UL. So I'll go to UL LIA. Okay, so list style, give it none, save, let's see how it looks. Okay, no changes affected. Let's just see. Okay, so let's do that. So we have, here's the UL. So what do we want to do now? We want to make it look better. So what do? We change the list style type. Change it to none. Let's save this and look at how it's going to look. Okay, so it has removed the bullets around it. So that's what that one does. The list type. Let's remove the bullets. So let's give it a margin of 0, give it a padding of 0. So what does padding do? Okay, padding and margin are kind of similar. Okay, now let me show you how padding works. You know, I'm just using this course to teach you things. I'm not just developing this web page. I'm teaching you what you need to know and the tools you need to know while you're using it. Okay, so while I do this and save, we'll have this. Okay, see how it is now. You see where it was before. I'm saying, okay, margin, it's the space around it, not inside of it. Okay, now look at this, the space here. If I say give it a margin of say 50 px, okay, see what happens. Can you see where it is? So you have margin top, margin bottom, margin right, and margin left. So if I just specify it as margin, it gives it on the top, right, left, and bottom. But if I give a proper specification, say what's it called? If I give proper specification, say margin right 50 px, save. See how it's going to be. See now it has gone back there, right? So that is the left, sorry, not right. So margin left. So watch what happens. You can see that's removed the space near the edge and then brought it more to the what, to the right. So that's how the margin works. If I say margin top, you see it's going to come down. You see where it is before, okay? If I reduce it, it comes lower. You can see where it is now. So that's how the margin works. So it works for the right, left, top, and bottom. Then the pattern works for the inner part of the particular element. So let's assume it has a, let me just give it, that's a margin of 0. Let's assume this particular element has a background color. Let me see, background, let's give it a red color, save. Okay, so you see how it is now, right? See how it is. So let's assume I'm giving a right pattern. I just want to explain it to you anyway. Assume I'm giving it a right pattern of 100 px. Can you see the space that's bringing? So it brings the space inside of it. Especially when it's in a background. Get the point, difference between margin and padding. Okay, look at the space. If I do for the top now, let's say padding top. Let's see, 20 px. Now watch the space. Watch the space on the top. Can you see? Can you see? So everything happens. The bottom part it happens. So just get the concept. Okay. So I'll have to cancel all this back and return to default. So we have padding. So we're saying no padding. Padding 0, margin 0 means what? No padding, please. No margin, please. So it's as simple as that. So let me just refresh this. So that's it. So now look at how this is positioned here. This is how we want it to be. So what do we do? It's a property called float. So floating can take the particular element to whatever direction you want. So you can say float to the right, or float to the right, it goes here, float to the left, it goes here. It's as simple as that. Okay, so this particular element helps us to be able to organize this. So let's just add another property, another flow property. So this makes it not scale so much. Okay, first this one. You have to close it always like that. So overflow we have hidden. Okay, so save that. So it makes it not renew. Sometimes when you get to a website and it doesn't fit, the thing is just you see this horizontal and vertical scrolling, but you don't want that to happen. Sometimes it happens on this path. Okay, you don't want that, so you just that's the overflow property. So you set it to hidden and it becomes fixed. It doesn't just go and start doing whatever you don't want. So we have this set out here. So what we can possibly do now is to work on the list itself. So we worked on the unordered list, which removed the bullets and the margin and all this. So we're trying to work on the list itself, and that is it. So what do I say? I want to float this list, float it towards the left. Oh, it's left or right? Okay, let's float to the left. Float it to the left. So see how it works. Can you see it now? So we're getting there actually. So there's something we need to do, you see, but it's not on the same line with this logo. We want to put it there. So there's something that helps us do that. It's called span property. Okay, I hope this is not sounding so confusing to you. So the span property. So we're going to add the span tag. I'm going to enclose the image, just like saying this. So if I say span, what I do is I put the image inside here and then save. So what about this? Let me take this one too. Okay, and Ctrl X, span. So by this I'm saying that okay, please treat this side by side. I want this to be side by side. So I put them in the span tag. So if I click on this, okay, this works. So can you save that first? Save that. Okay, good. So we check. Okay, so we have floated the list to the left. So there's another thing we need to do. So we have to also float the image. Let's give this image a class. Call it my image. Okay. So what do I do? I have to float this image. And just see. Okay. Class. So but I've told you how to do this with a class you use dot to specify it. So, but in the image, shall say float to the right, left. Let's save and see how that fits. Okay, so we have this. So now that we have this like this, what do we need to do? We want this particular text to be on the same line as this image. So remember I've told you how you can do that. You can achieve by that by adding a margin to the top. Okay, so let's give this. So remember it's still in the list, but now it's the anchor tag. Okay, so we'll say give this a margin top. Let's try that CPX and see if it works. Let's try 30px. Nothing is working. Not a problem. There is a problem. Let's see. 50px. Sorry. Let's see. What's the problem? Okay, let me see something. Oh, sorry about that. I did not happen to this. Save. Still not working. Right. So we're going to work on the list property. So say list, and it's the anchor tag we want to change. So say give it a margin top of, let's say 34px. Give it a display of block. Now the display block means it should always be visible. Okay, so if I save this, editor cut this part, please. Open and refresh. Okay, if I save this, it works like this. Okay, we save this setup. Okay. So what else do we need to do? Let's look at our what we are looking at. Okay, I can see how it is. There are spaces between it, and we need to bring it down. So what do we add again? Let's add. Okay, what do we add? Let's add padding. Let's give it a padding. I told you what padding is, adding spaces between the elements and around it. So let's say a padding of 16. Let's see how that works. Okay. To increase the font size, I guess. First of all, let's change text decoration. So text decoration was editor, take notes from this side, cut it. So let's work at text decoration. So text decoration. Okay, let's give it a name. Text decoration. Share it. Okay, that's good. So we also have focus. Okay, let's give it a font size. What font size? Let's get that 16 px. Okay, so small. So small. Let's use 20 C. Sorry. Okay, it's big enough. Okay, I think it's okay. So what else do we need to add? So we have this setup. Good, right? So does it look the same? It does. Yeah, home portfolio, about, blog, contact, home portfolio, about. Oh, there's one particular list that's not there. So how do we add it? A particular list that's not there. Home portfolio, about. Let's add another one called blog. Refresh. Okay, good. So we have this setup. So what do we need to add again? So we have this, and you can see our web page is coming alive. Okay, we just have some few touches, and then we are good to go. So we have to add other things. Okay, let's see. Alright, so let's see this and see how it works. So what else do we need to add on our page? Okay, so we have mission, vision, joins, contact, sign up. So let's quickly add that up. Let's quickly add it up. So it's still inside this. So let's add this up. So I'll create a div and I'll call it, let's call it mission. And we have a list, and we have an anchor, and we call it mission. Sorry, mission. Okay, so I'll just have to duplicate this. We have for vision, and we have for this doing this. Okay, so I'll change this to vision. Vision joins. So change this to formats. Okay, so let's load that, see how it looks. See, see what we have here. What do? We need to change. Okay, let me add this inside this UL tag, so it can take the property. So what I'm going to do is I will add this inside this UL tag, so to take the CSS for it too. Okay, so you see how it's looking already. You can see it. So I added it into that UL, so it can take the CSS and then align here and also get rid of the bullets. Okay, so what do we need to do now? We need to shift this to this side and also change the colors. Okay, so how do we do that? I've told you how you can possibly work with that. Okay, so it's so simple. So we'll just change it to the chair. Want to move it to the right, so we'll add some margin to the left. So let's just go to the CSS. So the name, first one there, we created a class called what? The first one is mission. So we've got mission. So what do? Let me add margin to the left. So what do we add? Let's see. Let's try 100. Let's see 100 px. See. That's small. Still there. Let's change it to 60. 70. Let's try and see. Oops. It's not even moving. That's the problem. Margin left. Let's be sure of the class name. Oh, sorry, it's a mistake. So I'm dealing with the LIA. Sorry, I have to specify the particular tag. So save that. Refresh. Okay, so we have it moved. Good. Have it moved. What do we need to do? We'll work on the color. So for this one, I'll give it a color. Let's see the color of white. Save. Good. So the first one has a color of white. So let me work on the other ones. So the other one, the name is what? So because I've already applied the margin to this particular property, the mission, it affects the others, okay, because they are aligned. So this one comes before the other one, that this mission comes before that mission. So I applied the margin to this, so it affected that one. So the next one is the vision. To this it. Remember we'll talk about nested elements, so this is works. So what do I add here again? Okay, color. Sorry. So see color with the white color. Alright, save. Next one is what I'm doing. Okay, so that's doing with the color of what? White. Good. So we have this setup. Now I feel happy. Our page is coming alive gradually. So what next do we have to add? Okay, we have these two. That looks like a button, but we call it. What do? We still go ahead and add them. So add, call it a contact. So let me add that to this. So create a div, let's call it login instead. Okay, and it has a list. Sorry, and it has an anchor. Call it login. So let me replicate this. So let's use this one for sign up. Oh, sorry, I have to put this together because it will read it. Let's use it like this. So sign up, change this to sign up. So let's refresh. So we have this login and sign up. See how it is. So we're going to add things to it to make it look like this. So let's start with the first one. So we're going to add a red color to it. So what's the class name? I called it login. So you see how this is coming up, right? So easy and simple. You just need to follow the right process. So what do I need to do? First of all, I will add a white color to it. Sorry, so I'll give it a color white. Okay, what do I do else? It has a background color. Let's use red for that. What else does it have? First of all, let's see how it looks first. Sorry. The background has not shown, but the color has shown. Okay, let's see. Login. Sorry, we're working with this again. Let's forget it. So make sure you check what you're doing every time. So you see how it looks, right? It's still beautiful, but no, we want to add more spice to it. So what can I do now? I say, okay, I want to add some padding around it. So let me add padding to the left. Let me see 10 ps. Let me see. If I do this, you see how it looks. So let me add some padding to the right. Sorry, that's supposed to be right. So let me make it, let's see, 10. Okay, save and refresh. See how it looks, right? So what do I do again? Let me make the padding bigger. That's small. 15, 15, 15. 15 padding. Okay. Can you see any change? I'm not seeing yet. So let me add a border radius. Now, what is border? You see, this thing you're seeing here, the edges around, it's called the border. Okay, so now border radius usually works by bending this to make it curved, or probably make it a circle. So I want to just make it curved, so I'll reduce it. I'll just say border radius 15. Let's see. Just give it the 15 border radius. You can just keep trying others to see how it works. You can see, right? I'm giving it a border radius of 15 to see how that works. So what else do I need to add? Okay, I need to send it to the right. So I'll say margin left, let's say 20 ps. Let's shift that a little. Let's try 50 ps. Let's see. Okay, good. So we have this as login. Let me just change the orientation for this one. What else do we need to add? The sign up. Okay, so I'll work on the sign up. Sorry. So that is, so the sign up class. So I need basically all this, so let's copy, paste, set the background color. Instead of red, I will use transparent. Save. Okay, something else I don't need there. The margin left, because the first one has already affected it. So I save. Good. So as you can see, the color is not showing. That is, the border color is not showing. So what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I will just give it a border. So I say border Let's give it a border color. So border 1 pixel slash thick, make it thick, and say let it be solid, and I'll give it a color. This is the format you follow. Let's use white since the background is already dark. So I'll say white. Okay, so you can see it's not really still visible. Okay, but that 1 pixel. Oh, I'm always forgetting this LIA. Okay. Can you see it's not really visible? So it's close to that particular one. So let me make this 3, right? So let me see how it would be like. How would 3 be like? That's too much. Okay, I think it's 1. We'll make 3 with 1. 1 is better. So, but I don't like the way it is close to this. It doesn't look nice. I have to add some space here. So let me just add some space here. So what space are we adding? Say okay. Matching. Let's see 10 px and see. Oh, so that's good. So we have our page blazing hot. So what's next? It's coming up well. So you can see this is smaller because of the font and everything, but don't worry. But look at that. So let's just finish this up. So this is good. Let's just see if we can make it look more like that one, make it smaller a little. Okay, so let's work on the, what do I see? Let's say, let's change the padding 25, change this 25, change this to 25, let's see. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, it's increased. Let's change this one 25, change this to 25. Let's see. Awesome. So it's better. We make it smaller. Okay, let's make it smaller and see. Let's add padding to the top and bottom. So padding bottom, let's say 10 ps. Let's say padding top. Let's give it 10. Save. Let's see. Okay, it looks more like that now. Okay, it looks more like that now. That's better. So I just have to copy this, paste here, since I want the same properties. But now see, no more the same line. So what do? I work on the margin for the top section. So I'd say let's try out 10 margin top. Let's say 10 pairs and see if it's better. Let's see. Use one to test. Oops, sorry about that. I made a mistake. Let's use that. Let's use 40. Let's use 40. Okay, so in the same line. So I'll use this for the second one. See. Matching top. Sorry. Let's see 40 ps. Save and refresh. Good. Wow, so we're coming up well. We're almost there. So guys, let's create these tests and the icon and then this other one, and then we're good to go. So we have this, so experience sound perfection. So this is a test, so just go ahead and create a test. So this is just simple. Create this. So how does this work? Create a test to say H1 test. So what does the test say? Experience what? Sound perfection. Sound perfection. So see this now. So we have our test set at that, but you can look at how it is here. It's big, and this one is under. The simplification is under. So let's partition that. So first of all, I have to give this class. Let's give it a class. What do I call it? Let's call it my tests. Okay. So we start by bringing this one down. And we do that. So I told you about the break tag and how the break tag works. So adding this here. Okay, one step. That's it. So we're adding the break tag to it. So first of all, what do we need to do? So okay, let's continue with that. Let me see how this looks. Okay, so let's try out something else. So if I remove this for now, and I just leave this like this, so experience sound perfection. Okay, so let me just start by making it look bigger as it is in that one. So we have a class called my test. So what do we need to add? Simple. Just need to add the fonts. Okay, font family, we have a good font family already. Let's say font size. Font size, let's see 60. Yes, let's see. 60 PS. That's big. That's so big. Let's try 80px. Okay, this is big. This is big. This is big. So, what do we need to add again? What do we need to add again? Okay, let's look at the font weight. That's too bold. Let's look at the font weight. So let's make it lighter. Okay, refresh. Good, this is better. So now we need what color there? Okay, that's better. That's good now. It's better like that. So you can work with this. So guys, you see how this is coming up. It's coming up well, and as you can see, it's just straight to the point and so simple. So let's add a margin. I don't even need to. I think let's just make that bolder. I think we'll make the next one lighter. Let's just add a margin. Left margin. Let's use. Let's try 140 px. Okay, let's see this one. Alright, so almost there. Let's try 160. Alright guys, so let's proceed. So what we're doing, we have this setup. So let's try and see if we can make it look like this. Okay, let's see. It's got to make this lighter. It's looking so good. So let's just see. Wait. Let's see if it's really good. Okay. Oh, sorry. Mistake. Lighter. Save. This is better. Let's see. Yeah, it's better. So I have to bring this down here. So I showed you how to do that using the break tag. So I see BR down. Save Good. So we have this and it's working perfectly. So now remember, see how this is looking here. So we have this TION as white. So how to make that white? So what do? I'll have to add something here. See, span. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, let's. So this particular one, affection TION. So say span. Okay, this. So I put CION. So let me give this span a class. Use the class of white test, for instance. So check. Nothing has been done yet. So what do? I go to my CSS. I'm going to change the tests right now. So dot white. So this white text, it has similar properties. The font size, everything the same, except I don't want to change the margin. So what do I do again? So I'm going to give it a color of what? White. Save. Good. So we have this. So guys, I hope you're excited. This is coming up well, and you can see how easy it has been to create this. Okay. So you just need to pay attention to the details, and then this comes out well. So what's the next thing on board? Okay. So now for this particular sound, we have to add a border button to it. So you can add borders around. You have border left, border right, border top, and border bottom. Then you can add a full border. But right now I want to add a bottom border to it. So what do? I'll go here. I think I have to still add span here. So that I can include this into that copy the cut rather. So let me add a class, call it border. And border, you can call it whatever you want, I'm just calling it this. Let's see. Okay, that's border. So what are we adding? Adding a border bottom on PX. Remember, let's give it a solid color and it's black in color. Okay, that's not thick enough, so let me increase the thickness. Let's say 3 ps. Save. Alright, so we're good. So this is coming as well. So what do we need to add again? We have this paragraph with the header with soundproof. So soundproof action with soundproof. So we can add that here. So let's say the paragraph soundproof. Let's see how that looks. This is becoming big because it's inside this H1 tag. So what do? I can give it its own class or ID. I can give it a class of new paragraph, call it new paragraph. So say, so paragraph, what do I want to do? I want to make the text smaller. So say font size, let's try 30 ps and see how it fits. Okay, this is good. Let me see. Editor, please take notes. Cut from here. So what do we do? Do we like it like this? Let's see. Okay, it's soundproof. Let me see. I think that's good. Let me just make it bold. So it can fit. So see, font weight. Font weight is just to make it bold. Bold. So refresh. Okay, this is good. Right. See if I can reduce the size. Say 25. Let's see if it's better. Okay, I think this is good. So let's use this one. Let me see. 28. Just trying to see the one that fits. Okay. We'll go with this guy. So what else are we adding? Okay, by adding a test, another paragraph. So what's that? Paragraph says soundproof is a Nigerian. Let me just copy this. Let me just copy it. So adding another paragraph here. Let's add another paragraph. Call it. Let me give this paragraph a class of new paragraph. So you can call it whatever you want to call it. So add it there. So let's see how it fits. Oh, it's looking so big. See, so I have to reduce the size. So new, okay, sorry, new to first of all reduce the size, font size. Sorry, let's say 22 px. See what's up. Oops, that didn't work. I think there's a problem somewhere. Let me check the actual name. Okay, it doesn't fit. So you see, I have to use the exact name I used. The P was capital letter, so this one too has to be like that. So let's see. Okay, better. That's better. So I need to give this a width at least. A width. Let me give it a width. So say, let me give it a width so it can reduce. Let me see. A width of, let's see, 70 px. I'm trying to reduce the size. That's too small. Let's see. 300. Okay. Let's save. Let's say 450. You see how we're doing trial and error to get the right one we want, but you don't really know how it works. Okay, I think that's it. 450 works. 450 is good. Right? So we can work with this 450. 450. Or should I reduce it? Say 400. Let's try 400. See, I'm trying to make it look like that one. Okay, so this is better, right? Nigerian based sound deck. Let's see. Derivative. Okay. 420. Sorry. Okay. Okay, let's try something else. So 20 PS, let's see, 500, let's see. Okay, I think this is better. So what else are we adding here? What else are we adding? Okay. We have to add this one now. So let's add the first one. Once we're able to add the first one, we can add all others. So like I said, this is fonts, okay? This has a font in it, and this one works like this, okay? So I'll have to go online to check for the particular class you can use to add the font. Like I said, it's font also. So remember when we added this font awesome folder as all the fonts, and we have properly linked it. Okay, so let me go online and show you how to do that. So we're trying to add the icon. So how do we do that? Let's just I'll show you how to do that. First of all, let's just say, okay, use fonts also. Maybe I have a search like that, so I can show you how it works. Let's see. So this font also now are the icons you use. Okay, use font also. Okay, so you can look at the basic use of fonts also. Let's try to get the code. Let me get the code, we can probably use it. So that code now, we'll use it to embed our page. Okay, why is this not working? Okay, let me open this in a different tab first of all. Make a new tab. Let's remember my network. Okay, let's refresh this page. Okay, I think okay, my network has lost connection. Let me just connect this thing back and then continue. Okay, so I'll send you links to all this as we proceed. Just follow me as we add this to this. Okay, it's connected now. Let me refresh this page. Just want to get the link so we can embed it on our page. So the font also link is coming up. Alright, so we can add this to our page. So to use font awesome icons, add the following inside the head section of your HTML page. So it's simple. You can just use this one. So let's see if this works for us. Okay. It's taking time to load. So let me just copy this. Let's see. So where do we paste it? So we should paste it in the head section of our page. So we have a head section that is here. So copy, paste, save. So let's test and see if it works. So let me go to font awesome page. It's taking time to load too. Okay, it's loading. So basic use. So I just want to test and just see if it's working. So this works in a way that you just have to copy the examples and just use it to try out. So I'll just copy this example here to see if it can bring out this icon. So let me just copy this. So I'll paste it in my project folder. Let's see. And paste it here and save. Okay, let's start some proof. Let's see if it shows up. Okay, it's not showing. I don't know why. That could be the problem. Okay, so you can see the icon here. So for some reason it's not showing. So most of the times when that happens is because the link is not working properly. So you can probably look for another one. Let me check this link. So okay, I think this was the one I used for this course. I used this one instead. So let me copy this. So this is not a problem, just I'll show you how this works. Let me just delete this one. Or let me just add it. I'll add this here. It's safe. So let me refresh. Let's see if it's working. It's not working yet. Okay, boom, it's working. Good. We have it working right now, so it means you can go ahead and check for the particular fonts that we want to use. Okay, so from here we have the one for Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So I'll just go and check for that. So let's just go to the search. They have where you can search for icons. So I'll just go and search for the first one is Facebook. Search for Facebook. So it brings out the class we can use to do that. Okay. Matching Facebook. Let's use this one to do that. Click on it. Loading icon, so you can see it here. So what I do is I'll copy this, copy it. So let me replace this one. Replace this one. So we have this. So let's check if it's working properly. Okay, so we have our Facebook tag icon. So what we need to do now is to make it aligned. See where it is. I need to bring it here so it will look so sweet and properly aligned. So I have to give this particular icon. Let's give it a class where I can do some editing. We call it icon. I go to my style and probably make it bigger. Make it bigger. So that's icon. First of all, let me change the size. So say font size. Let me see 30 px and see how it looks. Then margin left. Let's see 200 px and see. So let's try that out and see. That's okay, it's good, but that's gone way past where we want it to be. So let's try 100 and make this bigger a little. Let's say 50. That's too big. Okay, let's try and see if we can do more adjusting to this. Let me see if I can make this from. So let's reduce it to 22. So if I can increase this to 160. Okay, perfect. I think it's better now. So what do I need to add again? Okay, tests, soundproof, audios. So remember how we add line by line test. That's a paragraph. Oh, sorry. So we have soundproof audios, right? Soundproof audios, good. So refresh. And I save that. Okay. Okay, so we'll test the string. So what I can probably do now is to add span here. So span this instead of paragraph. So say span, so it can be side by side. Soundproof audios. Let's see. Good. You can see how it looks right now. So let's create the second one. Second one is Instagram. So I'll come here and just search for Instagram icon. Instagram, search for Instagram. Let's wait for it to load. Okay. Instagram, okay. Let's use this one. You click on it. So let's copy this. Go to my code. What else do I need to add? Okay. So save this. So span sound proof of this. So let's see how it looks first. So kind of we need to make some changes to it. Okay, see side by side because of the span. So we'll just have to break it here. Let's break it from here. Boom. See. So you can see how that looks right now. Maybe. So what do we need to do? We need this immediately under this one. So I need to do what's add a particular class to this one. That same class I added before, icon, so it can take the margin also, and then be under it. Good. So you can see how it looks. So do we need to add anything under it? See the spaces? Let's just add a space between it so it look more legible. So I'll add a little space like this. So look at what I'm adding here. This tag is used for adding spaces. Note the difference between this BR tag and this BR tag. This BR tag has a / attached to it, but this one doesn't. So this one creates spaces between two elements, and this one creates a break, just saying like next line kind of space. So I go here, my space between that. Good. Boom. So what else are we adding? Okay, we have one more, which is for Instagram. So I come here, search. Okay, WhatsApp. Click on it, enter. So it's load for the WhatsApp icon. Then okay, we can use this one. Use this one. So I'll copy this. So I'll go here, do the same thing. Let me add a break tag. So paste that, add space between. Then now whatever, I guess not a test. So this is a number, so let me just copy this number. Let's copy this number. Paste. So I have this. What do I have here? Span number. Paste. Save. So let's refresh. Boom. We have this. Oh, this thing has gone out of our, what's it called, our image. So that means I have to increase the size of this image. So by our image, let me increase the size. That's the height. Sorry, the height. So the header image. Let me make this say 18 and 18 to it and see how it looks now. Okay, so good. We still have our image setup. So what do I need to add here? The icon tag. So this can be in the same line with this too. So I come here and add the icon class. Sorry, to this place. Icon. Save and refresh. Oof, good. So we have this setup here. So we'll have one more thing here, and then it's a wrap for this. So this addition here. So what is that? We're going to add a test. So what does that test say? Noise cancellation for live recordings. Let me copy that test. So the test has a black text and a white background, and it's floated to the right. So what do? I'm adding a test. So what do I call it? Let me just call it, what do I call this? It's this, let me just give it a span. I call it write the test here. Give this span a class of, just call it noise. Just call it noise. Okay, let's look at how it looks first of all. Save. Sorry. Okay, so see how it looks here. So I'm trying to put it here to the right. Okay, and then put it to the right, and what do I do again? Add a background color, change the width of that. So style, the class called noise. So noise, what am I adding to it? You give it a width of say 80px. Give it okay, let's see how it looks first. 80px, and then float it to the right. Let's see. Float to the right. See how it works. So we have this here. Good. So what do we need to add? Just add the background to it. So add the background color. So add the background color. Oops, what's that? A white background color. White background color. Let's see. Okay, so now you can see it's so compacted. Let's give it room to breathe. So add some padding around it. So let's see. Padding. What's up? Let's see, 15. Yes. Refresh. Good. Guys, can you see this? Our site is ready. Our site is ready and good to go. So does it look like this? You can't even look at the difference. See? Can you look the difference? It's exactly the same. Can you see that? So we have this created, and that is it. Okay, I think the test, that's why. Well, I'm using a different test for it, but it looks exactly the same, and this is so sweet. So guys, we have this ready, and it has been a hell of a journey. So as you can see, yeah, I believe it's not as difficult as we see it to be. Okay, it's just so simple. So right now I would want to do something. I want you guys to advance this. Okay, we're going to create this together. Okay, even though this is the last model, we still have other follow-up classes. What we are going to do is we're going to create this site, the full site, and you see it come to life. But I want to give you an assignment, and you're going to submit it to me. Once I see your seriousness, go ahead and make this a full-blown site. Okay, we'll create all the pages, add the functionalities, and by the time you're able to do this, man, you guys will not just be web designers, you also be developers. Okay, so first of all, you're going to add links to these pages. Okay, so what do you need to do? I would want you to go to the anchor tags and add a href to it so that it can take you to a particular page. Okay, and take it to a particular page. So when I do this, it's now, you see, it's now showing this. Now another thing is when you make this a clickable link, it changes the color. changes the color. So let's see. Let me add this to all of the pages, to all of the tags. Okay. I want to make everything clickable. Oops. Okay. Save. So if I refresh, oh, that's changed the color. Where are the rest? None of them, not all of them that changed. Why? Okay, because we still maintain the color and give it the color of white. So for these ones that the colors have changed, we need to change it. Okay, I want to change all this color back to white. So what do I do? I'll just go back. What class did I give to it? Okay, let's go to our CSS and find it. So this is list. So you see why commenting works. Imagine I have this line of code like 2000 of it. I'll start searching. But if I can comment and say probably, sorry about that. I can comment this code and say, okay, let me see. This is, how does it work? Commenting works like this in CSS. See, this is the line for mission statement, and then I close it like this. Sorry. Oops. See, you can now look for like that. I comment everything. That's how it works. Like that, I do the same for this part and all that. So the list tab, I want to change the color. Change the color to white. Save. Good. Oh, this other part is black, so I have to change it. So it means, what do I need to do? I have to give this particular one a different class. That's it, so that I can have that particular black color. So let me just give it a class of new color. Let's test it so that I can change it. Change the text, because that one I changed affected others that even, but that's a background that has difference. So see this, what's that? Let me see. Anchor, oh sorry, new anchor. Give the color of black. Save. This works. Good. So we have this back. So I also have to add the class to every other anchor tag, so I can be able to change it. So it's not difficult, just copy and paste, replicate everything. So everything is there. Save and refresh. Oops, sorry. Refresh. Boom. We have our page, so this is clickable. So we'll have to create a login form, a sign up form, a doings page, a vision statement page, a mission statement page, contact us page, a blog page, an about us page, a portfolio page, and this is the home or index page. So guys, thank you guys so much for staying with me up to now. It has not been easy, but I believe we're going to do more. Okay, this is just like the first phase. This is the last but not the least. Okay, we'll still follow you up, and I believe we would do better. Okay guys, I want to see you all succeed, and I think and believe that things will only get better. Okay, more doings to us. Thank you very much.
So guys, I believe it has been a hell of a journey, but I want to believe that now you understand at least the basic principles of the web and how the web works, and you've been exposed to certain tools and certain technologies you can use to develop a website. Okay, and like you know, and like I've always said, it's always important that you practice more. The moment you stop practicing, it leaves you. Okay, I'll still be here. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be here to answer every question you have. Okay, you can feel free to drop your questions in the comment section below, and also try to follow us up on our pages as we try to also follow you back up. Okay, we're here for you every step of the way. Okay, so I wish you guys the best of the best in this field, and I want to see you all succeed. I'm ready to carry you along if you want to be carried along. So just let me know whatever concern or whatever issue you have, and feel free to reach out anytime, any day. We're always here to help you, always here to assist you. We're at TFM and we rock. Okay, we want to see you succeed. Thank you guys very much. I still remain my humble self, Christopher Abariku. You can also call me Focus, as the case may be. And this is still TFM Studios. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. Okay, peace and one love.